everyone, it's Miss Ostrich here. Today we're going to be learning how to solve one-step equations with addition and subtraction. So what we're talking about today are equations. Now equations are different than expressions. So the stuff that we've been doing, those were all expressions because they did not have an equal sign on them. Equations here do have an equal sign. So everything we're dealing with today does have an equal sign involved. So what we're talking about today, equivalent equations. If you think about what the word equivalent means, that means kind of like equal. So this is really just two equations that have the same solutions or have equal solutions. The other key idea here are the addition property of equality and the subtraction property of equality. If you think about it, addition and equality has the word equal in it. It's going to probably be involving addition and equaling something. So this is really just adding the same number to each side of an equation is going to produce an equivalent equation. So if you think about it, if you have like a balance here, if I were to add 5 pounds to one side of my balance, it would go down. However, if I add 5 pounds to the other side of the balance, they'd even back out with each other. And this could be the same thing with subtraction. So even if I were to take 5 pounds off of one side of the balance and I take 5 pounds off the other one, they'll be equal again. So we're really just kind of balancing an equation out today. So these are the types of problems that we're going to be seeing. So the first problem we're going to be looking at today says solve x minus 5 equals negative 1. So we're actually going to be solving for what x is here. Now you might be able to look at this and say exactly what x is. However, it's going to be super important that you are showing your work the way that I'm showing my work here today. Because when you get to high school and you're in Algebra 1 and Algebra 2, you're going to have really long equations, and it's going to be super important that you know how to actually show your work and how to solve for x. Okay? So if we have x minus 5 equals negative 1, since we're solving for x, what we're really trying to do is get this x by itself. We usually say we're trying to isolate the variable. Okay? Variable is the letter, so we're trying to get the x by itself. This year, I'm having some fun with it, and with coronavirus going on, we're saying that x needs to be quarantined. So if x is having symptoms or has tested positive for coronavirus, we need to get that x by itself. Okay? Right now, this minus 5 is attached to it. We don't want this minus 5 attached to it anymore because we need this x by itself. So we need to figure out a way to get rid of this subtraction of a 5. So using what we know about evening out the sides, we can actually get rid of this minus 5 here. The way that we're going to do this is we need this minus 5 to basically turn into nothing or 0. So if we think about it, the opposite of subtracting a 5 is adding a 5. Okay? Because minus 5 plus a 5 or negative 5 plus 5, that's really 0. So that's just going to get rid of that whole part together. However, like I said, we're going to have to deal with this addition property of equality. So if I'm going to add 5 to the left side of the equal sign, I also have to add 5 to the right side of the equal sign. So we can kind of imagine an invisible wall here where the equal sign is. Okay, so I'm adding 5 on the left side and I'm adding 5 on the right side. So there's two different addition problems going on here. Now, like I already said, minus 5 plus a 5, that's really 0. So these cancel each other out. Negative 5, positive 5, they cancel each other out, which means I'm only left with x on the left side of the equal sign. So like I said, the equal sign is always going to be in the middle here. It's like our wall. And now on the right side, we have to actually solve this. So negative 1 plus 5, if you think back to your integers, is going to give us 4. Since the x is now by itself, this means that we have our solution. Okay? The x has been successfully quarantined. So now, this isn't always the most fun part to do, is the check. Okay? I want you to really get in the habit of checking, because as long as you're checking, you will always get these problems right. It's not the most fun thing to do, I know that, but it really is important that you can check your work here. So what we're saying here is x is equal to 4. That means x and 4 are the same things if they're equal to each other. So I can actually replace the letter in the original problem with this 4. So if I replace that x with a 4, the new problem would be 4 minus 5. It's the same problem. I just replaced the x with the 4 that we had already got, because we don't want letters around anymore. So now if I were to solve this problem, 4 minus 5, I would get -1. And that -1 matches my original -1 here. Okay? So this means that we got the right answer. If I had found maybe the answer was x is equal to 10, if I were to plug 10 back into this equation, 10 minus 5 would get me 5. And 5 wouldn't have matched that -1. So that means I know that I had gotten that wrong, which means I can go back and check what I did wrong here, so that way I can get the right answer. So now if we look on the right side here, we're going to do another problem just like this. Now we have z plus 3/2 is equal to 1/2. So same thing here, we need to get the letter by itself. So the letter has coronavirus, we have to quarantine it. So this plus 3/2 needs to go away. In order to do that, I need to do the opposite of adding a 3/2. So the opposite of adding is going to be subtracting 3/2. So since I'm going to subtract 3/2 on, like I said, pretend there's like an invisible wall in here. Okay, since I'm subtracting 3/2 on the right or the left side here, I also need to subtract 3/2 on the right side over here. So there's two different equations going on. Now 3/2 minus 3/2, that's just going to be 0. Those cancel each other out, which means I'm going to be left with z. The equal sign will still stay in the middle. The equal sign is your wall. And then over here, now I have 1/2 minus 3/2. Now you're probably thinking I've never done fractions up and down. That's totally fine. If you need to do like some side work to figure out what this is, that's totally fine. So if I need to do some side work here, 1/2 minus 3/2. The good news is with our fractions here, we already have our common denominator. So 1 minus 3 is equal to -2, and I can keep the denominator as 2. Now this can simplify to -1. So that means that 1/2 minus 3/2 over here was in fact -1. Since the z is by itself, we can say that that's our final answer here. Now we have to go back and check our work to make sure that this was actually the right answer, because if it's actually wrong, I know that it's wrong and I can go back and try and figure it out again. So if z and -1 are the same exact thing, I can take this -1 and replace it in that z spot here. So now I'm going to have -1 plus 3/2. Okay? And remember, you're allowed to use calculators now, so if you want to use a calculator for this kind of stuff, that's totally fine. -1 plus 3/2, that's actually going to get me 1/2. And since this 1/2 matches the original 1/2 of the original problem, I know I got my answer correct. Okay? So there's 3 other problems down here at the bottom. If you would like to pause the video and try these out on your own, go for it. If not, I'm going to go ahead and do these really quickly so you can understand how I'm doing this. So on the first one, -5, the opposite of subtracting 5 is adding 5. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides of the equation. I'm going to be left with p on the left side. -2 plus 5 is going to give me 3. And then I could check my work. If p and 3 are the same things, I'm going to replace that p with this 3. So I'm going to have 3 minus 5. I'll solve this out. 3 minus 5 gives me -2. And this -2 matches the original -2. So I know I got my answer right. All right, number 2, w plus 13.2 is equal to 10.4. Okay, I need to get that w by itself. The opposite of adding a 13.2 is subtracting a 13.2. So I'm going to subtract 13.2 from both sides of my equation. Remember, we have 2 different subtractions going on. So 13.2 minus 13.2, those cancel each other out. I'm left with w. The equal sign stays in the middle. Now you might need to use a calculator for this, or you need to figure out how to subtract again. But 10.4 minus a 13.2, okay, that's actually going to get me -2.8. And so this will be my final answer. I can go back and check my work. These are the same things again. So -2.8 can replace that w there. So I'll have -2.8 plus 13.2. If I were to add these 2 numbers together in my calculator, I would get 10.4, which matches my original answer. Alright, the last one here, once again, we got to get that x by itself. It has coronavirus. So the opposite of subtracting a 5, 6, because I need to get that x by itself, is adding a 5, 6 to both sides. Okay, so negative 5, 6 plus 5, 6, those cancel out. I'm left with only the x on the left side of the equation. The equal sign stays in the middle. Negative 1, 6 plus 5, 6, they already have that common denominator, which is great. Negative 1 plus 5 gets me 4. So 4 6 can actually simplify to 2/3. However, it might be helpful to just use this 4 6 when we're checking our work here. So that way it's already going to have that common denominator. So I'm just going to use this 4 6 to check my answer here. So x and 4 6 are the same things. So I'm going to have 4 6 minus 5 6, and 4 minus 5 gets me negative 1 over 6. All right, have a good day, guys.